Hey, everybody, welcome to the Spark. Hope you're doing fantastic on today. Hope your life is moving in the right direction and everything is up and grooving and moving for you. I'm super excited to be here with you. I'm Coach David. I'm the author of that book, You Are the Architect of Your Life, where I teach you how to design, build, and live the life that you want. And I want to talk along those lines this morning. So go ahead and shout yourselves out. Let everybody know that you're with us on today. If you would do me a real big favor and share this with someone, I would most graciously appreciate that. I am so enthusiastic. I'm very happy. I'm very excited about what I have to share with you on today. And I'm also just so happy that you have made a decision to join me, whether you're joining me live or you're joining me on review after it's been posted and everything. But nevertheless, I'm happy that you are here. So, hey, let's get into it. Today, I want to talk to you today about expect the best. You know why I say that? Because when I expect the best, I get the best. And that's what I want for you. I want you to be really careful of what you expect, because here's what I understand. Be careful of it, because you are going to get it. And that's what we want to talk about today, is helping you to get to that level where you're expecting the best out of your life. You're expecting the best in your life, and you're expecting the best to move towards you as you move towards it. I want to help you to understand that when what you expect, I should say, you're going to get it, especially as you continue with it, stay with it, keep moving towards it, you're going to get it. So if you're going to get something, quote unquote, why not get the very best that you can get? So when we say that we expect, we're saying that we have a strong belief that something will happen, or that that's going to be the case in the future. So when I have an expectation, that expectation is going to be fulfilled. And the thing about it is that I have to understand that I've got to get on the right side of expectation. And what I've learned is this is what happens really. Couple of different things happen to people. One, they keep asking and asking and asking with no expectation. And so sooner or later, you got to stop all the asking and start expecting. And when you begin to expect, you begin to see certain things come into fruition. You will get plans, you will get ideas, and you'll have to move forward on those things in order for the expectation to be fulfilled. Now, I'm not telling you, this pie in the sky type of mentality where, you just hope for it and yeah, maybe it'll show up, maybe it won't. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you've asked and now you expect to receive. But in that, you have to also understand that there may be some things that you need to do. Now, there may not be, but nevertheless, one of the things that people do, they ask and ask and ask and ask, and they never ever get to the expectation phase. I want you to learn to get to the expectation phase. Now, there's another side to that. People ask, and then they don't expect the good to come out. They expect the worst, or they expect for it not to work out. But remember what I said. We tend to get exactly what we expect. So expect the best. Expect the best and take the limits off. Who said you had to shrink down your dream? Who said you had to shrink down your goal? No one said that. Maybe some people told you that, but the truth of the matter is you should be expecting the very best. Your inner man, the part that is connected to what the universe, or what I call God, that part of you wants nothing but the best for you. And a lot of times what we'll feel turmoil with that, because we understand this right here, that there's more out there for us than what we currently have. But I will share with you what you currently have has come from what you've expected in the past. Now, you may say, hey, no, that can't be true, David. I'm expecting the very best. Yeah, but only thing I'm going to caution you on is in the deep down part of you, what's your true expectation? Are you expecting it to work? Are you expecting to get the best? Are you expecting to move forward and all of these great and wonderful things come towards you? If you are, hang in there, because the best is on its way to you. We tend to get exactly what we expect every time. I'm telling you, it'll happen. So A person asked me one time, say, why should I expect the best? Well, it's simply this right here. When you expect the best, you release a vibration and that attracts the best to you. I mean, the right people come into play, the resources that you need come into play. That all comes through an expectation. I'm expecting the best. And since I am expecting the best, now I'm on the lookout for the best. I'm not looking out for the worst. I'm not looking out for things not to work out. I'm on the lookout for things to come to me. Why? Because I'm expecting the best. And so if I don't get myself all tangled up with the possibility of what could be the worst thing, but I entangle myself with the possibilities of the best comes to me. Expecting the best sends out a vibration. And vibration, we live in a vibrational universe. Vibrations attract alike vibrations. So if I'm expecting the best, I can't get anything but the best. So that's a real key part. Now, consequently, the other side of that, expecting the worst sends out and expecting the worst vibration. And that comes to me. We have to understand that the best is available. And also, too, we have to understand that because it is available, I can have it. So I want you to get your expecting the best mood going, and I want you to continue to stay with that and watch best things happen to you. You know, this thing, a sports slump, when a team gets into, you've heard this before, when a team gets into a slump like baseball, they can't get hits, they can't get on base. Football players, they can't make the pass, they can't connect. They say they're in a slump. Well, really what it is that their expectation has been turned down to some degree. And all the thing that has to happen is they have to get their expectation back up. If you expect to win, you're going to win. If you believe that you're going to win, then you are going to win. Get that expectation up. You've heard people say this before. Well, I knew we were going to lose. Well, why you think you lost? That was your expectation. Anyone that doesn't expect to do well is guaranteeing, for the most part, that they will not do well. And if they do well, they won't do well for very long. It won't last. So I want you to understand that the key is what you think is what you get. So if I think the best, then I can expect the best. I will get the best. I want to do something for you right here. I want to kick this in right here. There is 3 things that I believe you should always do when you start talking about expecting the best. I think there's 3 questions that you should ask yourself. And so what I want to do with the time I have remaining is kind of go through those 3 things. And I call this my little formula. Now, you know, I'm a big believer in formulas because I understand this right here. When I have a formula, formulas will work for anyone, anywhere. If I use the formula, it will work for me. It doesn't matter if I'm in Texas or if I'm in North Carolina or if I'm in Florida, wherever I'm at, that formula will work. All right. So here's the formula that I use when we start talking about expecting the best. It's a 3-step formula. Do I, should I, is this? I'm going to say it again. Do I, should I, is this? That's my 3-step formula. So here we go. Do I want this? So whatever it may be, do I really want this? I'm going to tell you a story about me. At one point, I believed that I wanted to go to Hawaii, that I wanted to work in Hawaii. Okay, so there was an opportunity that I could go to Hawaii. And so I immediately said, oh yeah, that's like a dream job. I want to go to Hawaii. Absolutely, I want to go. So then I reached out to the company that was offering the job. And I said, hey, I'm interested in going to Hawaii. Immediately, as soon as I reached out to them, the first thing that started coming to mind was all these things people had told me. It's expensive to live in Hawaii. You know, you're going to have to find out a way to get all your household goods to Hawaii. All of these things started bombarding my mind. And so I was asking myself, do I really want this? That is the biggest key to this expecting the best. Do I really want this? See, our mind jumps backwards and forth, to and fro, and all over the place. And this is not a casual type of knowing when you go into expecting the best. This you have to know. You have to know beyond a shadow of a doubt, this is what I want. Well, I kept going backwards and forth. That tussled in my mind. And let me share with you what happened. It ended up the job went to somebody else. So if initially I was like, now wait a minute, I'm a law of attraction type. I operate by the law of attraction. So hey, listen, this should have worked for me. My inner man told me, hey, my inner being. I'm going through all of this stuff. It's kind of funny, but then I'll show you how this all worked out. It was revealed to me as I took time in meditation to really try to figure out what happened, because I'm a big person in finding out why this didn't work. And I know it's me. I always know it's me. I don't ever blame anybody else. I don't know. This was on me. Why didn't this work out? Well, here's what happened. Because I kept vacillating between the price of living, the cost of living, what it's going to take to get there. Am I going to really like it once I get there? What about the heat, the temperature? And since I kept going through all of that, I was putting out a vibration of not being sure. And because I was putting that vibration out, I attracted that exactly into my life of not being sure. And so therefore it didn't work for me. So you have to know, this is not this casual knowing type of thing. You have to know with all finality that this is what I want. Do I want this? That's the first part. Should I want this is the second part. And I'll go back to my story again. I question that. Should I want this? Should I really want to go to Hawaii? Is that really something I should be desiring? And so you and your inner man have to get in agreement on that, because if not, you're going to find turmoil. You're going to find like you're fighting against yourself and everything. And I had some of that. So I had to understand that I had to get beyond that. And so when I recognized that, now things begin to move in the right direction. And then the third part of this, is this possible for me? Only you can answer that. Is this possible for me? So you have to believe deep down on the inside that what you want, what you desire, what you're expecting, is that possible for me? And until you get to that point where you can say, yep, it's possible for me. How do you know that? I know that I know. Now, I don't know how it's all going to come together. I don't know all the steps I'm going to have to go through. I don't know how it's all going to work out, but I know this right here. It is possible for me. And I'm willing to do whatever I need to do. I'm willing to do those things to make it happen. One of my great mentors taught me, he says, hey, if you're willing to do the things that need to be done in a short amount of time, what you want to be done will be done. And I've lived with that. And he also told me this right here. He says, if you're willing to wait forever, you won't have to wait very long. And so I live by that. And so what I do, I understand, do I want this? Should I want this? And is this possible for me? If you can answer those three things in the affirmative, expectation now sets into motion and you're solidified and everything else is cut off and you're moving forward. You're moving forward in this. And so here's what I want to leave you with as I wrap this up. Do not give thought to the things that you do not want. Don't speak on them. Don't talk about them. Don't discuss them. Don't give consideration to that. The only thing you should be doing is expect only that which you want. And when you do that, hey, listen, expect the best and you will get it each and every time. Boy, I hope that's helped you. If that's helped you, throw a couple of hearts or thumbs up out there, because I understand this right here. That's where you got to get. Well, look, I've shared this with you. I want you to share it with somebody else. There's somebody else that you know that needs this. And they need to get to the point where they can expect the best and they can begin to get there. And I promise you this right here, that if you will do that, you'll get the best. It's yours. I believe in you. It's yours. So I'm going to get out of here. You have a fantastic week and expect the best all week long and watch what's going to happen. Don't let anything deter you from that. Just keep expecting the best and you're going to have the best show up in your life. I'm out of here. Remember this right here. You are the architect of your life and I'm I believe in you. I'll see you next week. Bye.